would you entertain a couple of questions?
Certainly.
So there's two that were brought up on the Joe Rogan Experience. One is that the Nevada test site footage of the buildings getting blown apart aren't real because the cameras aren't moving. Do you know the technique that they use to film that so that the camera and the film isn't messed up?
So again, I wasn't there during atmospheric testing, so I can just tell you what I've learned over the many years and talking to so many people that actually were out there in the 1950s. So I would disagree with that conclusion that it was all forged data. Why? Well, one of the things that was developed during nuclear testing was extremely high-speed photography, because you needed to capture images of that atomic test in a fraction of a second. So you're watching, for example, after the test starts, you're seeing just images of the fireball as it's beginning to expand because you're taking such high-speed photography. There's a company called EG&G, and some of its founders contributed to development of just that high-speed technology. So my belief is that that same sort of camera technology was utilized in all aspects of capturing those images. So if you see a nuclear blast that's going through a series of pine trees, and that actually was conducted out at the Nevada test site, they cut down the trees from a surrounding mountain, brought them out to the test site, and tested them with an above-ground blast. My belief is that all those tests were captured with high speed so that you could get second by millisecond what was happening with each of the trees, because they wanted to understand if warfighters were taking refuge amidst pines. Were they going to provide them more shielding from radioactivity, or they were going to be a bigger hazard as the shock wave went through those trees? Those were some of the things they were trying to understand, and you could often only capture that with high-speed photography. So with each and every one of those above-ground tests, they would have camera mounts at a whole bunch of different locations just to capture it. So I kind of disagree.
Hello, my name is Joseph Kent. I'm the Chief Community Officer and Curator here at the Atomic Museum. Right next to me is the Rapitronic camera. The Rapitronic camera was designed in the 1940s at MIT by Harold Doc Edgerton. They would use cameras like these at the Nevada test site to capture the progression of an atomic bomb right after detonation. It would be capturing it within milliseconds of that explosion. They would place these cameras strategically around the test and place them in bunkers to help protect them from the force of the blast. If you'd like to learn more about the Rapitronic camera and high-speed photography in general, please come and visit us at the Atomic Museum. We're open 7 days a week and we'd love to have you.
One last question before we get to the exhibits. They say there's been an uptick of UFO sightings since we started testing out nuclear weapons. The theory is that the aliens are coming to kind of shield us from ourselves, protect us from ourselves, or there's a uptick in, high-tech craft that the United States is developing. Have you, because you worked out at the site, did you ever experience any kind of UFO phenomenon, or did you see an uptick of it?
Again, I started out there in 1989. Never saw a UFO out there. Never saw any sort of uptake of that, even just in Las Vegas. So I really have no idea where the origin of that might be. I actually have, amongst other things, I'm on a board of advisors for the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. And one of the other board members that's with me actually wrote a book on UFOs. And I don't believe even in his book he talks about that there is UFOs tied to the Nevada test site. So not quite sure where that came from, but there's always speculation. When you don't know something, people like to fill in the blanks with their beliefs on what's really behind it.
Thank you for entertaining those questions, and I appreciate your time.
It's good.
Thanks for watching Untitled Interview. If you liked the conversation you just watched, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested, there's lots more just like that right here.